What if we told you that 80% of your survival depends on just 20% of your preps? Sounds surprising, right? This is not just a random guess, it's a principle backed by the Pareto theory, also known as the 80-20th rule. This rule applies across many fields, and survival prepping is no exception. It's a simple yet powerful concept that emphasizes the criticality of being efficient and focused, especially in survival situations. It's not about amassing a mountain of supplies, but about identifying the right ones that will pull you through when things get tough. And guess what? These crucial supplies make up only 20% of your overall gear. So, what does this 20% really consist of? How can we ensure that our focus and resources are directed towards this vital fraction? Let's dive into what this 20% really consists of. Survival isn't about having everything, it's about having the right things. This mantra is at the very core of understanding our survival needs. So what are these right things, you ask? Well, they essentially boil down to 5 core survival needs: water, fire, shelter, security, and mobility. Let's start with water. The human body can only survive for about 3 days without it. It's not just about quenching your thirst, it's about maintaining your body's functionality. Your body uses water for everything, from regulating body temperature to aiding digestion. Having clean water at your disposal is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Next up, we have fire. This primal element is the key to warmth, cooking, and even signaling for help. It can mean the difference between life and death in freezing temperatures, and it can turn an inedible meal into a life-sustaining one. Fire is a versatile tool that can provide comfort, security, and survival in one flickering flame. Now let's talk shelter. In a survival scenario, the elements can be as deadly as any predator. Wind, rain, snow, and even the sun can become lethal in extreme conditions. A good shelter can protect you from the elements, preserve your body heat, and provide a safe place to rest. Security, the fourth need, is about safeguarding what you've worked hard to secure. This includes physical security from threats, as well as the security of your resources. It's about being aware of potential dangers and having a plan to deal with them. Finally, we have mobility. In a crisis, the ability to move quickly and efficiently could be a game changer. Whether it's moving to a safer location or simply being able to hunt, gather, or scout effectively, mobility is crucial. These are the non-negotiables. Let's see how they apply in different scenarios. When you're on the move, every ounce counts. This is a mantra you'll need to adopt when applying the 80-20th rule to your bug-out scenario. It's not about cramming every possible gadget into your bug-out bag. Instead, it's about selecting the right gear that's lightweight, multi-purpose, and most importantly, essential for your survival while minimizing effort. Let's talk about these essentials. For starters, you'll want to focus on water purification tools. A small, portable water filter can be a lifesaver, providing the crucial hydration you'll need to keep going. Next, consider fire starters, preferably those that are wind and waterproof. Fire is not just about warmth, it's about cooking food, sterilizing water, and signaling for help. Now let's move on to shelter. A compact, lightweight tent or a survival blanket can provide much-needed protection from the elements. These are all about conserving body heat and staying dry, 2 factors that can make a significant difference in a survival situation. But it's not just about physical gear. Mobility plays a crucial role in your survival. Having a detailed, laminated map of your area along with a reliable compass can guide you to safety. It's also about being physically fit and being able to move quickly and efficiently when necessary. Finally, let's not forget about tools that can help reduce effort. A quality multi-tool, for example, can serve many purposes, from opening cans to cutting cordage and even assisting in first aid situations. But remember, it's not just about what you carry, but how you carry it. Packing your gear effectively is just as important as the gear itself. Your pack should be organized in a way that allows you to access your most important items quickly and without much effort. Applying the 80-20th rule to your bug-out scenario will not only lighten your load, but also increase your chances of survival. It's about making smart choices and focusing on what truly matters. After all, survival isn't about having the most gear. It's about having the right gear. When the grid fails, your home becomes your fortress. It's your safe haven from the chaos that might be unfolding outside. But is it prepared to withstand the storm? Bugging in, or staying put during a crisis, requires a different approach than bugging out. It's not just about having a massive stockpile of supplies. It's about making sure that you've got the right items, the ones that will truly make a difference when it counts. This is where the 80/20ths rule comes in. Think about food storage. It's not about hoarding everything you can get your hands on. It's about focusing on nutrient-dense, non-perishable items that can sustain you and your family for an extended period. These items, which make up a small portion of potential food options, will be responsible for the majority of your nutritional needs. Home defense is another critical aspect of bugging in, but instead of spending your resources on elaborate security systems or high-tech gadgets, focus on basic, reliable measures that can deter or respond to threats. Things like reinforced doors, security cameras, and a well-maintained firearm can make a huge difference. Heat retention is also crucial. Many preppers overlook this, but maintaining a comfortable temperature in your home can be a matter of life and death in some situations. Simple, effective solutions like thermal blankets, weather stripping, and a wood-burning stove can help keep you warm when the power's out. Water access is another big one. You can't survive long without it. Instead of relying on a vast collection of bottled water, consider investing in a rain catchment system or a reliable water purifier. These tools, while representing a fraction of your preps, will ensure you have access to clean, safe water when you need it most. Finally, don't neglect community intelligence. Knowing what's happening in your neighborhood can give you a significant advantage. A simple, battery-powered radio can keep you informed and ahead of the game. Remember, it's about quality, not quantity. Your home is your first line of defense. Make sure it's prepped right. All the gear in the world won't save you if your mindset isn't right. This is a truth that many overlook when prepping for survival. Today we're going to delve deeper into the mental game of prepping, the 80/20ths way. First, let's talk about mental resilience. It's easy to imagine ourselves as the heroes of our own survival story, but when reality hits, it's often a different story. Mental resilience is about preparing for that reality. It's about understanding that things will go wrong, that you will face unexpected challenges, and being ready to push through regardless. Next, we have problem solving. No amount of gear can replace the ability to think on your feet and adapt to changing situations. The best preppers are those who can take a setback and turn it into an opportunity. They can look at a problem and see not just the obstacles, but the potential solutions. Finally, let's talk about staying calm under pressure. In a survival situation, panic is your worst enemy. It clouds your judgment, wastes precious energy, and can lead to costly mistakes. Learning to stay calm, to breathe, and to think clearly, even when the world is falling apart around you, is a skill that can't be underestimated. Remember, your mindset is not a fixed attribute. It can be trained, just like any other skill. So, practice mental exercises, expose yourself to challenging situations, test your adaptability, because in the end, the most important tool you have is not a fancy gadget or a well-stocked pantry, it's the gray matter between your ears. So let's not neglect this crucial 20% in our prepping. Let's ensure we're not just physically prepared, but mentally prepared as well. Let's not just survive, but thrive in the face of adversity because we have the mindset to do so. Your mind is your greatest tool. Keep it sharp. Because when it comes to survival, it's not just about the gear you have, but the mindset you carry. Not all preps are created equal. And that's a cold, hard fact. It's easy to get pulled into the hype of the latest survival gadgets or the promise of a do-it-all tool. But when the chips are down, many of these items prove to be more of a liability than an asset. First on the chopping block are the so-called survival food kits. Yes, they come in fancy packaging and promise a long shelf life, but they are often packed with sodium, lack essential nutrients, and let's be real, they taste like cardboard. Instead, focus on storing foods that offer nutritional balance, are easy to prepare, and are something you'd actually want to eat. Next up, we have the all-in-one survival tools. While they might seem like a great idea in theory, their practicality often falls short. These tools often fail to perform any single function well, leaving you struggling in a situation where efficiency and effectiveness matter. Instead, opt for individual high-quality tools that are reliable and serve their purpose well. Then we have the overstocked first aid kits. These kits are often filled with obscure items that most people don't know how to use or will never need. Your first aid kit should be simple, tailored to your skill level, and contain items that address common injuries and illnesses. Lastly, we have the over-reliance on firearms. Yes, security is critical, but an overemphasis on weapons can lead to neglecting other essential survival needs. You can't eat bullets, and you can't drink gunpowder. Remember, the goal is balanced preparedness. And there you have it, some of the most common prepper traps. Shiny objects that promise a lot but deliver little when it counts. They distract from the real, tangible preparations that will keep you alive when SHTF. Don't fall into these traps. Stick to the essentials. After all, survival isn't about having the most gear, it's about having the right gear, the right skills, and the right mindset. It's time to take a hard look at your preps. Auditing your survival gear and strategies is not about nitpicking, it's about enhancing your efficiency. Let's start with your bug-out bag. Unpack it, examine each item. Does it serve a vital survival function? Is it multi-purpose? If not, it's probably clutter. Now consider your home preps. Assess your food storage, defense mechanisms, heat retention, and water access. Are these areas robust, reliable, and efficient? If not, it's time to refocus. Finally, review your routines. Are you practicing the right skills? Are you mentally preparing for different scenarios? It's easy to fall into the trap of complacency, but remember, survival is a dynamic process. It requires adaptability and constant fine-tuning. So take this opportunity to audit your preparations. Be ruthless. If it's not in your 20%, it's just dead weight. The only constant in a survival situation is change. One moment you're secure in your shelter, the next you're fleeing from a wildfire. Your meticulously planned route could be blocked off, your trusted water source could dry up, your reliable gear could fail. This is where adaptability comes in, the true 20% skill that most preppers overlook. Flexibility and quick decision-making are as essential to your survival as water or shelter. The ability to adjust your plans, to find new solutions when your first choice isn't available. To keep a cool head while everything around you is in chaos. That's the cornerstone of survival. Your gear, your plans, your skills, all of them are tools. But adaptability is the hand that wields those tools. It's what allows you to make the most out of whatever situation you find yourself in, no matter how dire. Adaptability is your secret weapon. Don't forget it.